Originally a week or so ago, and my dad and I broke the record for the world's fastest gaming chair. It was originally intended to be a chair to replace my old ratty one that was literally falling apart and probably giving me a disease. But the problem is, the chair was gas powered. So I can't just have a gas-powered chair as my primary chair in my room, because I'd just be constantly huffing the gas fumes until I'm stupid enough to think the earth is flat, vaccines cause autism, and that ear rape loud meme videos are good comedy. So I needed to come up with an alternate solution. Thus, an electric-powered chair was the correct idea. However, after finally completing the motherfucker, I realized it's too high up. This really cheap throne here is not comfortable at all. It's like sitting on broken glass in my asshole. And the problem is the desk is too low compared to the chair's height. So instead, I'm just, like, anytime I want to get close to my laptop or anything here on my desk, my knees are just rubbing against the glass, and it doesn't feel very nice. Anyway, let me show you how my dad and I put this bitch together. I'll show you the secrets in engineering. Well, this is internet superstar sensation Papa Charles. What are we making today, Dad?
Can't tell you.
Wow.
Big secret.
Well, very wise words.
Well, obviously it involves a chair. You can see that, right?
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, kind of our, I don't know. The last one involved a chair, so I guess this one involves a chair, but
well, I'll spoil the surprise for you. By the time this footage is shown, I will have already scooted in on the chair. So you can reveal the Area 51 secrets here.
Yeah, but nobody knows how this thing is going to work, so including me. We got to figure it out as we go.
Alright, we'll have to defy science and build it.
Yeah. I can't give away my secrets.
Well, it's too late. I've already started recording this.
Well, I can't give away my secrets on how I'm going to do this. No, but this is top secret stuff. I can't just be telling all my engineering secrets and stuff that I do, you know. I mean, when I do stuff, I just have to think about it as I go, you know, so that's kind of the deal. But I got a plan worked out. Don't worry, it's going to be fine. It's going to be good.
You don't want to reveal your creative process?
No, hell no. I can't be telling people my thought process. That's shit you just got to know, you know. So
I'm sorry.
we'll see the finished product here in a little bit.
Well, I'm sorry. I guess we're not giving away the Krabby Patty secret formula.
No, we can't. We can't give it away.
Alright, punch it.
Oh, fuck. What's with this thing?
It's just you gotta get used to the technique. You gotta put both feet on at the same time.
Nothing's bolted down yet. I'm gonna bust my ass.
It'll be fine. Let me show you how a real pilot does it.
Oh, hell, there you go. Now back up.
Well, let's not get too wild here. See? Smooth. It's easy.
Yeah, now that I fixed it.
Yeah, now that you've bug tested it. The purple throne chair was bundled with a little Halloween costume for a king cosplay that my dad wanted to wear because he thought it was symbolic for the work he put into the project. So this is him putting that uniform on and taking it for its first trip.
Taking the maiden voyage.
The royal first flight. Watch it.
Carry on, peasants.
Jesus. You look like a NPC giving a side quest in a video game.
What's that?
Punch it. It's been a little while since my father created something new with his bare, meaty, manly paws, and I'm happy to say he's gone back into the secret laboratory like Dexter and has come up with something beautiful. He's like Q from James Bond, just a fucking entire garage full of gadgets and toys, and I'm really excited to share the newest one with you. It is a 1911 Harley-Davidson motorcycle that he built with no instructions, just absolutely freestyled that shit. He played that on hard mode, expert mode, no build path or anything, and he put it together and it is magnificent. Here's a little sneak peek of my dad's workshop right here. No elves at this Santa's factory, just my dad making some old cars and now an old bike. A motorcycle, rather, but it's kind of just like a normal bike with gas.
This is flowing.
So what does the number 25 represent? Is that special?
My Cope Racing, baby. It's our old race car, don't you know that?
That's cute.
Huh?
So walk us through it. What was the process?
Okay, so what we did is we ordered a 1911 Harley-Davidson board track racer replica kit. Comes in a big box with thousands of parts, no instructions.
Yeah.
So you're on your own putting this thing together. There's nothing out there to tell you how. The people, you can only contact them on the internet. So it's been quite a project, but I don't know, we're gonna find out if it's gonna run or not.
I'm excited.
Been working on this about a month, so let's see what happens, what do?
Yeah, get on there.
All right.
Just gonna take off?
Well, you gotta pedal it and then you gotta pop the clutch and see if the engine will start. So.
That's good technique.
Rolls. And turn over.
Hey, Tramp.
Oh, Tramp out. All right, ready? Here we go.
You're making me concerned you're gonna kill yourself out here. It's
yeah, impressive whole run.
yeah, the world's slowest bicycle.
All right, I gotta check some stuff.
It's a gas-powered wet fart of a bicycle. Drew, what went wrong on the maiden voyage?
I don't know. I'm not getting no spark. So I'm gonna try it one more time, and then if that doesn't work, we gotta go back to the drawing board.
Sounds like a lawnmower dying. Do you think that's maybe as fast as they could get it in 1911?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably
Maybe it's running as intended.
No, it's not running at all.
I heard something in there. It sounded like, I don't know, a garbage disposal in a sink.
Just the engine turning over. It's not sparking. We gotta take it apart.
You have to,
all right, stay tuned for part 2.
you have to redo it.
All right, I'll find out why it's not firing. I'm gonna have to watch the internet. There's a video on the internet of somebody having one of these and wiring it up, and I used what he did.
Ah, you plagiarized. What are you smelling it for?
I'm getting gas.
Let's see. So how much of that engine block did you build?
The whole upper end.
How confident are you in your fix?
We got spark, we know that. All we need is gas and it'll run.
All right, pump it. She sounds beautiful.
Oh, still not firing.
I was half expecting you to fucking take off there.
Oh, that's what I'm expecting too, but it's not.
It sounded pretty good, like a swamp monster. I wouldn't say nothing, it's trying. Sounds angry.
I'm sounding angry.
Yeah. A month worth of work.
Oh, shit. Break time.
All right.
Fuck.
Yeah, I wish I could be more help. I just don't know shit about it. Would you like my opinion, though? You gotta pedal hard as fuck, maybe. Really gotta get after it. What's your strap? You riding it without the condom on or whatever that is? This seems like a dangerous move. I don't want to see it go up in flames or something.
Come on over here, you're gonna help me. You're gonna get your hands dirty.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Huh?
What are you gonna do? Just bathe it in gasoline and light a match?
That's what I'm gonna do.
What a strategy.
All right, what you're gonna have to do, you wanna pick the rear end up a little bit for me?
Yeah, I can do that. Now that I've got my hands dirty, I have a good feeling about this one. Ah. That's the one.
Trying to run.
It's giving it all she's got. Whoa! It sounded like it went for a minute.
Ran a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not getting much gas.
Are you just gonna apply it directly? Now that you've waterboarded it with the gasoline.
I'm gonna make you push me this time.
I don't want to fucking push you on that. It's gonna shoot flames out of the back with the way you've got it set up right now. You've got the goddamn gas wide open.
Go big or go home.
I like it. Oh, there it is. There it is, baby. The madman. Oh, baby. Is that a land speed record? The mad scientist of 1911 motorcycles. Look at that speed. God, it smells like shit coming by. Good shit. Now that was a big ride. Yeah.
Woo! Victory!
That's how we do it.
That's how we do it.
Never
brother.
say never. I mean, it's basically just a fucking gas can on wheels at this point. We got it stripped down to its bare bones.
Hey, it's fast too.
Yeah, it looked fast. Sounded fast. It smells like shit.
Victory.
It smells like victory.
I like it. That was fun.
Yeah, it smells like if 4th of July fireworks took a shit.
Hey, we got it going.
Hey, that's what counts.
That's all that counts.
Yeah, that's a month's work of work right there, and you ended up taking half of it apart just to pour gas on it.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, how fast do you think I was going?
Oh, it had to be at least 25, I'd say.
Shit. It felt like it was 100.
Travel through time.
Thing vibrates like a bitch. Oh, that was fun.
That looked fun.
You gonna ride it?
I'm not trying to die, no. I'll probably pass today.
Shit, come on.
Maybe when we get the safety parameters in place, I'll give it a spin.
That takes all the fun out of it, the safety parameters.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
You're lucky no one was out here lighting a cigar within like a mile radius.
I know.
The air would have got set on fire.
That was fun. Okay, maiden voyage over.
Good shit. Congrats.
With quarantine still in full effect, esports are growing more than ever. Professional video gaming and just video gaming in general has become much more mainstream and reached an even larger audience from people that are just looking for activities to fill the time they have on their hands. My dad is one of those people. As esports have grown, I'm telling you, my father is about to shut the entire fucking thing down. He is about to light that entire industry on fire by becoming the world's premier esports athlete. For the last 2 weeks, my father has been in the laboratory constructing the ultimate gaming setup with a little bit of my help, which isn't a whole lot of help because I myself am not a very computer savvy person, so it's kind of just like my dad would ask me questions, but it'd be like asking him to a fucking brick wall because I don't know it either. It'd be like, Charlie, how do I set this up? And I just give him basic shit, like, have you tried turning the HDMI off and on? Just shit that didn't help. But he eventually got it done, figured it out by himself and with the help of Andrew, and he's got an incredible setup going now that he has been putting actual, real, hardcore, elite gaming barbarian hours into, going at least 4 hours a day of practicing on the tracks and fine-tuning his vehicle. I'm telling you right now, my father is going to be to racing what Faker is to League of Legends. My dad is probably going to be the best iRacer in the world. Let me show you a little footage from his recent practice session this afternoon. My dad's like a shark, smelling blood in the water. He's thirsty. So he just moves right on past number 25 here, coming up on turn number 2. Easy, casual. Just blows right by him like he wasn't even there. Just throws that shit in the garbage and says, get the fuck off of my track. You're not welcome here. Not even worthy to share the road with me. It's just so easy for him. Look at that. No sweat. Nothing. It's as if he's playing this game with his eyes closed, and he very well may be. Who knows? It's just he's truly a master of his craft. And that steering wheel, I can only imagine, is made out of pure adamantium because that's the only material that would be strong enough to withstand the grip strength of my father behind the wheel.
I'll wait for somebody.
Did you catch that statement? I'll wait for somebody. My father finds this game so easy that the only way he can even give himself an iota of a challenge is by slowing down to their level just to give himself even a little bit of a thrill. He's like the anime supervillain that just wants somebody to match his power. Casually avoids an amateur who's wrecked, and at this point he's just saying, you know what, these rookies can't match my thunder, just get the fuck away from me, you're not welcome here. Takes him out like an assassin, says that's enough of that shit.
Nice.
Wrecked him.
Gives him a bit of a taunt. If this was Mario Kart, probably would have tossed a banana back there just to fuck him up even a bit more. But wrecking him is an understatement. What my father did was annihilate him. Absolutely eviscerate him. I wouldn't be surprised if his opponent just outright quit iRacing after that. There was no sportsmanship on display right there from my dad, nor did there need to be. They didn't earn his good sportsmanship. This is just too casual. It's too easy.
Getting tired.
Needs to make a pit stop after blasting through those tires. I have expected my dad to grab 2 Bud Lights and slam them together and chug them like Stone Cold Steve Austin here, but he's all business. He says, let's just get this pit stop over with, I'm gonna focus, win this race easily. As the bloodbath continues, my dad is still driving with a purpose, and that purpose is to be the very best. 2 cars ahead of him here, but that's not gonna be for long. Passes 1 and he's still greasing his way to the top here, just ready for that champagne shower in the championship circle. And it's just a, you know, highly aggressive, highly effective style of driving. Unfortunately though, there must have been a bit of an oil slick on the course. Someone must have sabotaged it because something threw my dad's car way out of control. And it's a real shame what happened there. But it is what it is. The only way they could beat my father is by cheating, and you hate to see it. But I think it goes to show you just the kind of potential my dad has behind the wheel of iRacing. As you can see, just a bit of miscalculation, throwing the asshole of the car out there, just throws the entire ass out, spins out. But he doesn't go down alone, he takes out at least 3 other cars with him, so pretty decent, I'd say, all things considered. Now, I was lucky enough to get an interview with this particular race car driver here, the champion, and I got to ask him a few questions just about where he sees himself in the future of esports racing.
So I went with the basic setup, and it didn't handle too well, so I called Mike Cope, and I said, look, I've got a 200-pound left front spring, a 225-pound right front spring, a 225 left rear spring, and a 425 right rear spring. And I said, the car turns pretty good with a 2-inch sway bar, but it's pushing in the center of the corner. And he says, CW, you got too much left rear spring, put in a 175-pound spring. So I put in a 175 and the bitch turns good.
That's great. Yeah, I don't know what any of that shit means, but it sounds very complicated.
We we got a little inside scoop here. Little advantage on some of these other guys.
Do you think you're going to be the biggest name in the iRacing scene pretty soon?
Shit, no. Hell no.
That's what every grand champion says.
There's some guys on there that have won thousands of races, and plus you got all those NASCAR guys that I mean, there's a couple of them guys that have run 1 in 2,000 races. You know, I've been on it for 2 days. That's about it. I mean, it took me 2 weeks to build it, and then I've been on it for a couple of days, like pretty hard, just to try to figure all this stuff out. And you know me, I'm not no computer whiz, but you know, I'll race with the best of them. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I think so too. Is there anything you want to say to the up and coming other drivers out there? Any like WWE words of intimidation?
Yeah, look out, bitch, I'm coming for you.
It's beautiful. Well, you heard it here first. I imagine Team Solo, Mid, Cloud9, all of the big gaming organizations are going to be knocking on my dad's door, shoving 8-figure contracts onto his plate. But only time will tell if he's even interested in pursuing the professional gaming organization route. But yeah, I just wanted to share all this with you and let you all know if you are an iRacing enthusiast, there's almost no reason to go professional anymore now that my dad's tearing up those tracks. He's going to take it by storm, I'm telling you. That's about it. So yeah. The magical world of esports continues to grow. Now please join me as we take a peek into my crystal ball and I show you the future of this sport. And that future has a name. It's Charles White Sr. It's been only a few weeks since I showed you my dad's setup and his rise to the top of iRacing, and since that last video he's only continued to evolve at a rate some scientists may argue is unnatural, perhaps even impossible, supernatural even. He has become the raid boss of racing. They're calling him the Talladega Titan, the NASCAR ass bar. He goes by many names now and all of them are feared across iRacing. He's won a ton of shit recently. He's beaten fucking pro drivers. He saved some of his replays from a few of his wins and he'll send me them at 10 o'clock at night, be like, Charlie, check this shit out. This is nuts. And then it's like this chaotic accident, this cataclysmic doomsday that he had happen on the final lap that gave him the win. Some chaotic shit. And he's like, yeah, pretty wild, right? And it's like he wants to make a montage out of some of this so he can be scouted by Team Liquid. Here's the most recent dubski that he got at a major race at Talladega. This one was actually against a professional driver named Townsend Bell. My dad drives the number 69. I don't know why. He's not like a memer or anything. He can hardly understand the internet as is. He types with one finger, clicking one key at a time. But I guess he just likes the number. Avoids an accident there from number 5, who must have been drunk driving. He loses control of the vehicle, but gives my dad a head of steam, takes out Townsend Bell and the leader, and then squeaks out the win and gets himself into the championship circle for the champagne shower. Just beautifully done there. A double pit maneuver there. He was like a fucking police officer chasing down someone who had an ounce of weed in their car. It was an absolutely brutal wreck towards the end that my dad orchestrated to give himself the win, and what incredible timing. Right at the fucking finish line. You couldn't have drawn it up any better. Here's the results right here. You can see he actually did place over the real Townsend Bell, so huge congratulations to my dad. I don't know what the 3 at the end of his name means, and neither does he. He accidentally pressed it while creating his account. I'm pretty sure he's changed it since here. I'm not quite sure. Either that or he's got another account that he's smurfing on. I have no fucking clue. The command center.
Check the furniture.
Yeah. It's nice. I recently went over to my father's command center to get a little behind the scenes action here in an interview with the future eSports iRacing champion. I also got to see his new iteration of the slot car track. It's been like a year and a half since I first showed his slot car track, and he's made a lot of different adjustments to it and changed it a lot of different times. And I think this is the design he's settled on. He's also got this giant fucking power box to make the cars go extremely fast if you run it wide open. And that fucking power box is hardcore. That bad boy's probably using 80% of the city's total power grid.
Guys, that guy in the middle is gonna make he's a weapon. There he goes.
Oh shit!
That's what I'm saying.
The barbarian.
These guys are dangerous. Alright, now we gotta register for the race.
Yeah, I see that. They're calling you up to the big league. So why are you number 69?
I just like it.
You just like the number 69?
Nice.
Yeah, so I was surprised at just how loud that game is. When he's in the middle of a race, it actually sounds like you're in a race car. Sounds like you fucking stuck your head into a jet engine. It is deafeningly loud, which I guess sells the atmosphere of it pretty well, I suppose. But it was like rattling the house. I don't know how my mom and grandma, like on the first floor, are able to like talk to each other when he's in the middle of a race. It like vibrates the entire fucking house like an earthquake. So before doing any race, you have to qualify, naturally, where you get placed in the race. So my dad was running as qualifiers, and it felt like I was among the presence of greatness. It felt like in Bleach, where one of the captains was first introduced and the spiritual pressure was enough to make people fall to the floor. That's what it was like when my dad was qualifying. Focused, overwhelming. It made the air thicker with power and masculinity. Where are you racing at?
Talladega.
Ah. You think there'll be any more pro NASCAR drivers for you to fuck up?
I doubt it tonight.
You probably scared him away after the last one.
Alright, so there I am right there.
Yep.
Alright, so let's see. Alright, first of all, there's the entries. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the results. Oh, second, baby.
You've qualified second the last, like, 3 races you've done, huh?
Yeah, I've never been out of the top 3. So...
Pretty good stat.
The problem with second is I'm starting on the outside. In 2 minutes, we got to be on the grid to start.
Okay, how do you feel about Scott Nation? What do you know about him?
Who's Scott Nation?
The one who qualified right ahead of you.
I hope Scott Nation can stay in his own lane.
So why is your name Charles White 3?
I don't know.
What happens if you pass the guy right now?
The pace car?
Well, the pace car, where is Scott?
Well, nothing will happen if I pass Scott.
Well, isn't that cheating?
No, because we haven't taken the green flag yet. So when he goes, I go.
Oh shit! Immediately past Scott. Poor Scott must have just thought a lightning bolt crossed his screen. A video game glitch. My dad passed him in record time. He was in second place for probably less than 4 seconds total.
I'm surprised they haven't wrecked behind us yet.
They seem to know what they're doing. Oh shit! The madman! Arrest that man! How often does that happen?
All the fucking time. Dickhead wrecked me.
So now, do you just go right back to it?
Yeah, but it ain't gonna run good.
Is there any chance you can still win this, or probably not?
No, fuck no.
Well, I mean, if they wreck the front again.
Well, see all these cars?
Yeah.
That's all the guys that have wrecked so far.
Yeah. That's a shame.
I'm always up front, and I'm always leading or in the top 2 or 3, and then some idiot runs over you.
Well, to be fair, that's how you beat the pro NASCAR driver last night.
So?
It's alright, it's only cool when you do it. You're like,
yeah, but it was on the last lap. This was one of the first 5 laps. I mean, seriously?
It's true.
All you had to do is ride back there, and, you know, at the end, yeah, then, you know, we'll do what we got to do.
Break out into chaos.
Right.
Mutiny. You really got a handle on a lot of this computer shit.
Scary, huh?
Yeah, this is impressive. What the fuck happened to that guy?
I don't know.
Vanished into oblivion. Dr. Manhattan vaporized him.
When that guy goes in the grass, I hit the wall.
Oh, oh god damn it. Is that something they could fix in the pit crew?
That would be a no.
So were you out of the race with that?
Uh-huh. I just quit.
So my dad was showing me a few other wreck highlights that happened when he was either in the lead or close to it. It seems to be a very common occurrence in iRacing, so my dad takes it well, just takes it on the chin and moves on. It is a shame though to see him running first so convincingly. That looked like it was just going to be another casual win for my dad. But then the guy behind him just dialed in, focused, and just fucking homing missiled right into my dad, took him out of the race, and there's really not a whole lot you can do in that position. But it's still a very impressive showing nonetheless, just how easy it was for my dad to qualify second and again take first so quickly. Nothing shy of best in the business level moves, no doubt. Now I wanted to give it a try to see what it was like, so my dad set me up with a sprint car track to give it a whirl. Am I gonna need to be clutch shifting and all that?
No, just let me adjust the...
I can reach it. See? This is my driving posture. I think I'm ready for the race. Jesus.
That wasn't pretty.
Needless to say, there's still a little bit of training I'll need to do before I'm ready for any amount of iRacing, especially in my dad's command center chair. Again, my father is 6'5", 6'6", with good posture, so his driving specifications for where the pedals need to be in relation to the chair is very different than how it would fit a 5'6" man like myself, so I had to like fucking get up in there like I was already in the middle of a car crash, like pushed against the steering wheel. It was very uncomfortable, so I blame a lot of what happened there with the sprint car disaster on just the pedal position. But anyway, it's really, really fun to see my dad enjoying games like this so much, and he's really putting a lot of time into getting super fucking good at the game, so I genuinely do believe he might be one of the best iRacers in a few months from now. My dad has always loved cars and racing. Like, I swear to God, I bet my dad was born and came out of the womb in a car. He's built cars from like fucking scratch since the time he was a kid. Like, he's always built cars and loves building things, but mainly cars is his passion, building cars. He's also raced for most of his life, not professional racing, but street racing. You know, that kind of shit that you saw in the first Fast and Furious, that kind of shit is what my dad had always done from when he was really young. So I have no doubt he will go far in iRacing. I'm excited to see it. That's it. So yeah. I'm fucking selling Watto. What do you mean? What do you mean keep Watto? I'm not fucking... I'm keeping...
A lot of people want you to keep Watto.
Watto is auctioned.
More people want you to keep Watto than the Moby Huge Mobile.
Don't care. Someone can take Watto. I don't know. It's for charity, and it does me a fucking favor.
You don't like Watto?
I love Watto, but I have actually nowhere for him. He haunts my upstairs.
Put him in the upstairs bathroom. No one uses that.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll just keep him there.
Yeah, put him in the shower. Dude, I don't know. I'm trying to help Watto.
What did I pay for Watto? Do you remember?
You haggled it. I remember that.
I haggled hard.
You haggled it.
Because the guy's like, I bring him here every year. No one wants him.
Yeah, and he even was like, I'll let it go for this much, and you were like, can you knock this much off? And he said, just fucking take it.
I don't remember what it was.
So shocking, no one wants a like 200-pound statue of Watto.
I can't believe that.
I know.
That has lore too. You remember that guy accused me of being like a Zionist shill and like pointed out my Watto statue as proof.
Oh yeah.
There's like real lore behind that.
You're right.
Thanks to Resub Reborn.
I forgot all about that.
Andrew, come pose for me.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Should I switch it to just art if no one's here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to use actual techniques from my figure drawing course. You can also put the mic up here.
Yep, good idea.
So, in figure drawing course, you're supposed to close one eye and use your thumb and the pencil to make measurements. And you're supposed to look at every single thing as a letter. So for Andrew's like ear here, it's a C and it's a U. So be like C. I don't think I got the measurements right. God, it's been fucking years since I used these techniques.
Yeah, just have them close it. Have them close it. And make sure they close the Moby one.
Okay.
Like entirely, like wipe it clean, and then we'll put Watto in there. What I was gonna sell for $10.
Nobody bids.
I'll
It's just
buy
me
it.
having to bid on them again. Andrew?
Yeah.
This may be one of my finest pieces
I'm
yet.
excited.
It's,
I'm excited.
it's looking real good.
It's fine.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Andrew should shave only one eyebrow.
I was thinking about
I don't think nobody should ever shave an eyebrow
should
if they don't
shave-
have to.
Yeah.
Your left eyebrow and the right half of your beard.
I should give myself a yin yang.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. Chest or
Face.
beard?
He's doing his face. You don't have any chest.
The only way to save this is with charcoal.
I could do my back.
He
But
has
someone would have to
Not
do that
really.
for-
Chest
You
hair?
don't want your beard shaved, so you're gonna shave your beard. Because I don't want my chest shaved.
My Charlie somehow gets to just shave his legs.
Wait, Danny, you don't want to shave your chest?
No, of course not.
I'll trade. I'll shave my chest.
I don't want to
Well,
shave
you
my
haven't seen
eyebrow
Danny's
either.
chest. That's why.
Nobody shave their eyebrows. They never grow back the same. You'll
that's
look
true.
weird forever.
That's why a lot of people who like overly plucked their eyebrows in like the early 2000s, they still have wonky eyebrows.
Yep.
What are you trying to say about my eyebrows, man? I'm sorry.
Damn, son.
It's like I'm not even looking at you. What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, what is happening?
I
It
don't know.
looks
Can
like
you even
those
see that?
boards with the, you drag the magnetic dust around to make hair, and you accidentally just dragged it to weird parts of the face.
Oh, the fucking hairy thing. right?
Yeah.
This is the dumbest shit of all time. I have your fucking nose off to the side, but your face, like your mouth is
Wait,
looking
why
at me.
is that's his nose?
Yeah. He
Why?
changed his pose. That's
No,
what
I
happened.
didn't.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
it's in
because
his
we're-
forehead.
Look more to your
I-
left.
If you wait,
Welcome to figure drawing.
point with your finger where you think his eyeballs would be right now, and tell me that his nose isn't above it.
Yeah, it's because his pose has changed.
No.
Was he looking
I
up?
have a
Yes.
specific-
Oh,
I have
okay.
a specific spot in the ceiling I've been looking at the whole time.
We'll do it that way to get the brighter camera up there.
I am gonna have to change this now.
Showed a random child.
Yeah.
You're an artist.
Those
You
videos
can
are so
compensate
sweet.
For anything.
I can make it work.
Yeah.
I might be one of the finest portrait artists of our
Did you
generation.
sneeze on the charcoal?
Matt, please, you don't understand finance.
I am going to say
Part of my technique.
Are we done?
it looks like you.
Doesn't look like it. Kind of looks like my podcast picture.
So wait, we're done?
No.
Oh.
I had to shake off a little excess juice. Oh, okay, and I ruined this in the process.
A little excess juice, charcoal juice.
My juice was coming through.
Dead eyes. No.
No,
The eyes are great. They're just not done.
He's not done yet.
Yeah.
Mystifying.
They look a little anime-ish, the eyes. Well, the eye.
It's a bit
it's not
inspired by
filtered.
Right.
I want to be like I'm looking in the mirror.
Andrew Chill.
I think you'll be very pleased.
This is where it all comes together.
Yes. Oh,
This
baby.
is when I do my.
Is that the mouth or the mustache?
Well, I haven't done the mouth yet.
Okay. I'm just making
I
sure.
like how his nose is like 10 feet between his nose and his mustache.
G-Punk, thank you for the dono. And Crates.
You
Crank
guys
sock,
don't
thank you for
understand.
No, keep it going.
Ambitions.
It looks good. Keep it going.
Yeah, you don't get dimensions yet.
We're
I
nearing on $125,000 donated in a day. The really cool thing about Charlie's kind of streams is if we want to hit a goal, we just will never stop the stream. That's our secret sauce. Real artist hours? Yes, this is when Charlie awakens.
This is when I do my best work.
Can we all do portraits of each other? Because
That's
I've
what I
never
thought.
made a portrait.
I haven't either.
Oh, we're all doing? Oh, fuck.
I think I'm going to be ass.
Matt,
Like,
mine's gonna be worse. You have no concept of how embarrassing.
Well, I'm actually trained in it, so
you can tell. So that's what scares me, is this is trained and I'm not trained.
Andrew, did you have to do like an art elective in college?
No.
I took 2 years of art classes. For some reason, I have this trend, like, if you pull out my old sketch pad and you look at me, I look like I drew a picture of Michael Jordan. I have this trend of making everyone I do a portrait of look like a basketball player.
It's because you draw their heads, like their facial proportions, huge.
Yeah.
Like, look how Neanderthalic he looks
Damn,
because
your
of
neck is thick.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I say this, but I'm not joking. This is 2,000 times better than anything.
I need my parents to send.
I would agree. Yeah.
I need my parents to send you the picture.
Hey,
of the
GB
drawing
rated.
classes. It's nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah. I think maybe Charlie should just draw all of us.
I think you're right.
Like one of each of us.
I kind of feel like he is in one.
Okay, the rest is implied
This is
gray.
insane.
Andrew, come take a peek and tell me what you think. I haven't shaded. I haven't shaded you yet. All right. But I want you to at least see the progress. So I'm looking into a mirror. Am I right? I was really off to a good start with the ear.
Why did you give me sheep hair?
Well, there was a lot of nuance that I was trying to capture.
My mouth is so small.
Why? What's this shirt? It kind of feels like it's out of Black Panther.
No, it's so this. Imagine this is all gray.
Oh,
It's
okay.
implied.
I
This
look
looks
like
like
young
a-
LeBron James.
This looks like medieval Christian art.
Yeah.
Like this is supposed to be like one of the 12 disciples painted in like 1200 AD.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that's so good.
Jeez.
I would pay 10,000 for that.
We're at
No.
120.
I need to show you what I actually look
$1,000.
like when I used to do that.
Do you want to sketch somebody else, or do you
Yeah.
want somebody to sketch?
Wait,
Yeah, I'll
you're
sketch
not done yet, are you?
Yeah, it's not gonna. I can't save it. I can do a lot of magic when it comes to art, but
All
this
right,
is
do Matt
What's
next.
the pain in his voice?
Do
I want to know the difference between that and me.
yeah, do Matt next.
You expertly captured my miracle mile, which is the gap between my nose and mustache.
Do you want props or no props? Are you a props kind of artist?
Yeah. Please bring a prop.
Holy shit.
We can. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It's on there.
It's in a slot, but we can change that into the headshot if you want.
It's really up to whatever chat wants. If you want Andrew's portrait, that's fine. If not, that's.
I'd say let's change number 10 to the personal
Yeah.
headshot portrait.
Yeah, that's probably a better
So
I'm trying. My mom's gonna send a picture because I actually like when I did those, I was pretty good. I did a self-portrait of myself that is nutty.
Yeah.
It's like actually nutty. Unironically, I thought I was gonna come in here and draw Andrew like photorealistic. I seem to have forgotten that I don't do that anymore.
I look more like you than myself.
Yeah. It's gonna be cool.
It's gonna just leave like
a dot
spot.
of color,
Yeah.
Or if we don't reinforce it
All right.
correctly, it's gonna blend.
Look at how good this self-portrait was towards the end. This is when I had short hair.
Ooh,
I got
look at those
nutty.
eyes.
Whoa, yeah, wait.
I captured a whole feeling of Charles' mysterious anime arc.
There we go.
Oh, look at that.
The way it's blown out on the screen.
Does it not look good on the screen?
Charlie, I don't think you've lost your touch at all. I mean, my portrait, your portrait, it's like
Yeah.
night and day. It's the same shit, you know?
I like to go to the very top of the page, so I have no room for the hair. I used to have to draw naked people. And then I ended up making my parents send her an email saying I was too religious to be seeing penis, so I didn't have to keep drawing naked.
Wait, really?
Can you imagine
Can't
if
confirm that story. Charlie's dad told it to me the other day.
Oh my god.
Did he?
And you were in college at the time?
Why did that come up?
We were talking about art.
They were naked.
Can you imagine if you walked into a class though and I was your naked model?
Well, I wouldn't have quit.
I feel
What would
so
you, would you just be like, oh my god, Matt?
I'd be like, wow, this is weird.
Wait,
I'd come
Charlie,
over and
you
be like, Charlie, it's been so long.
I'd be
and
like,
give you
why
a hug.
didn't they get the like most manly man ever to come stand naked?
Danny's so good for my confidence.
You did that while you were in college?
Yeah, I just didn't want to keep drawing
Oh
dick.
my lord.
I was like, there's a lot of fucking dick to keep drawing here.
I mean, when I was in figure drawing, I just wouldn't draw their dicks. I just kind of drew a square and like left it blank.
You just put a question mark.
I would make their whole body the dick. And
Oh
then
yeah,
their
put the little
and
face where the
instead of
crotch is.
penis.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I looked away.
It just wasn't blended.
You look like a samurai,
You look
man.
like Jimmy Neutron.
Well, one of us is right.
I think
Andrew
my
was
chin
the
is my
prototype.
weakest feature.
Really?
I
What's
was
your
the
strongest feature?
Cro-Magnon
That's
man.
what.
What's your strongest feature?
Matt's modern
My height.
homo sapien.
Oh, I was gonna say your ass.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, for Danny's portrait, just draw his butt cheeks.
Yeah. Just show me your ass.
Make sure it looks green though, because it is still green.
I broke my chin in half when I was young, though. Ooh. Straight down the middle. It's not a butt chin, it just stopped kind of going to a point, so I got a weak chin.
Where'd you break it on?
Floor.
Ooh.
I got home and my older sister had just learned to play Scooby-Doo on the piano and I was fucking amped. So I ran So she said, I'm gonna go play it for you. So I ran into the living room, I still picture it, and I jumped on a chair, but like jumped onto my knees on the chair, and the chair slid across the wood floor, hit the end of like a area rug we had. I flew off of it, hit my head on the floor, my chin split open in half, and my tooth went through my lip.
Ooh.
I got so many stitches.
That
How old
sounds
were you?
awful.
8 or 9 probably. Charlie somehow has no recollection. I couldn't speak for almost 2 months. I had to live off shakes, and he just doesn't remember it. There was 2 months of our lives where we spent almost every day together, and I couldn't speak, and he doesn't remember it.
I think you're just making it up.
Charlie, this is a good comment. It's not you. You just need better art supplies.
Yeah, I'm working with children's tools.
Yeah, cheap shit.
Looking good. Sorry. I'd say just wait till I'm done shooting. That's how we're not alarmed.
This needs to be more straight on. The camera. This is glorious.
I'm loving the reaction.
It's because it's not shooting.
It is like
it's like a video game missing its texture.
it is like a fifth grader's honest, hardest attempt to draw someone they've ever done.
They just don't understand what art
It's
is.
so
I just
good.
don't get it.
Yeah. I'll buy this from you.
Oh fuck! It's so funny.
I'm good at pretty much everything except fingers. So this is where it could get messy.
You want me to change? Or
No.
Oh, here with the man himself. Hang on.
Hey.
Oh hey!
Pausing the programming.
You want me to stand there and hold it up?
Oh,
Yeah, show them a real portrait.
I can.
Can you make
Wow.
this big, Andrew?
What do you? What
Yeah, I got it.
You think this is like?
He didn't have a beard back then, so it might be a little hard to recognize him.
Do you think this is like a classic?
Right.
Looks like Jake.
It's the best thing Charlie's ever drawn.
Oh, now I feel bad for saying that.
When he first brought that up in the video, I was in absolute tears.
Here, Charlie.
I'm gonna have to part with it pretty soon. I know you.
Oh, I hate that.
I know.
Hang on, I gotta put the. Which camera do we want?
Yep.
So,
I told you it was good.
Ooh, we got some more
Mr.
bids.
White, who's that drawing of?
I think
We just had a lot more bids coming.
I don't know. It's not Charlie.
We're up to
Well, that's
Hang on.
530.
What's to start?
I'm not sure.
I assume.
That's an Andrew.
That's supposed to be me.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
Well, you gotta remember, he's using charcoal, you know, his colors are limited.
My supplies aren't
Who
good.
the hell painted that?
Andrew did a self-portrait.
Yeah, that was Andrew.
God,
That
that
idiot.
sucks.
No, Charlie drew me.
That's
Charlie drawing him.
Hey, how much did the movie Huge sell for?
Took it
He
off.
took it off the
There was a
market.
bunch of just fake bids on it. Don't uncover it, you madman. I thought you were gonna walk over and just take it off.
I'll pay 20 grand for it.
No. You're not paying 20 grand for
I
your
built
own.
that bitch. Come on.
You're not paying 20 grand for your own invention. That's not how negotiating works.
I already own this. Here, take $20,000.
That's how you negotiate. It's okay, 20. No? Okay, 25. 30.
I do appreciate how much effort he's putting in.
How does he simultaneously look skinny, overweight, and athletic at the same time?
That's the Charlie art style.
I won't shade it yet till you okay the basic design.
Oh, I'm looking at Andrew.
You know,
and
I'd
I'm
say
realizing
Charlie should
how
draw me, but
excited
I
am.
think I'd be a little offended by the way it looked.
I think you'll appreciate it.
It's style.
What is I look like the slug from Monsters Inc. with my own.
Well, you should have had a better post. That's on you. I only draw what I see.
Chubby arm.
Oh,
That
Is
was
this
so
the
good.
separation of my waist?
Yeah.
Because I don't have legs. It's like
Well,
I
not
wore.
you- yeah.
He's wearing a
I'd
dress.
let you draw me.
Oh,
holy
baby.
shit.
I love the man bun.
Yeah.
I think the proportions in the face are great, though.
Oh, yeah.
I really
I measured those out.
I look sluggish, like I just crawled out of a sewer. It's like a pile of goo and sprouted a head and arms. I also love the baseball bat not lighting on me.
No, it's just such a heavy bat, it's starting to bend a little bit. Huge boy.
Oh.
Can we pan the camera up a little? We can't see all of it.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
There you go.
Huge boy.
Huge boy!
My favorite part is when I made a request, can you write Super Spicy Man in each artistic rendition of Huge Boy?
I thought it worked better as a comic.
I can change my Twitch name, right?
Yeah, well, this is your manga adaptation.
I love it. That is actually so good.
I'll tear this off for you.
Contrary to popular belief, I wasn't created in a lab. I am not the product of science. I am the product of nature. I was created in a sack, much like many of you watching this. And over the years, I've introduced you to my father, the person responsible for me being alive. God bless. And I wanted to give you a little update on my dad because recently the two of us have embarked on a new journey here. It's one of my father's dreams. It's something he's talked about for as long as I can remember, when I was still just an infant, soiling my diapers and huffing glue, when I didn't even have the ability to process cringe and couldn't even play video games because my stupid little cringe-ass baby fingers couldn't grab a controller. From the time I was born, basically, my father bestowed upon me an overarching quest, like something out of an MMO, like a long-term quest. And now, the two of us are finally going to try and complete it. My father's dream, that he's had for so many decades now, is to build a 32 Ford. That's a car, for those of you that don't know vehicles, which is typically me, but I'm very familiar with this car because my father's talked about it so much for so long. It's a car that holds extreme sentimental value to him for two big reasons. One, it's part of his favorite movie, American Graffiti. And two, he and his father actually built a 32 Ford back in the 70s because of American Graffiti. And I'll let him tell the story of what the 32 Ford and the building of it means to him, also what happened to it, and then I want to tell you what we're doing.
You ready?
Ready.
All right. So, Charlie wanted me to do this video. We got a new project started with Senior Moist Critical here. So,
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, I know, right? How stupid is that? So, way back when in the 70s, when I was a teenager, the movie American Graffiti came out. I think it was 1973. Okay, so we went and saw American Graffiti in 1973. All of us who were car guys growing up, as teenagers, you know, we loved that yellow 32 Ford, as most of America did. It was one of those movies that it was a low-budget movie, never expected to do anything, became a cult, kind of like Napoleon Dynamite, I guess, you know. So I set out on a quest to find a 1932 Ford Coupe. And I was looking, at that time you looked through the newspaper and looked at the classified ads, and I found one and I went and bought it for like $300. So I brought it home and to my mom and dad's house, and this is what it looked like. It was a piece of crap, okay? So my dad said, what the hell are you gonna do with that? And I said, we're gonna build this yellow 32 Ford Coupe. So we were not car builders at that time. We just decided that we were gonna do it. So I'd go to the junkyard, I'd get parts, we'd make them work, we'd fabricate, we'd do all this stuff. There's your grandfather with the chassis and everything. There's the chassis when we put the motor in it. There's the A-frame we built to put the motor in it. Now, this was way before the internet. This is the chassis with the motor in it, body. This is the first time I drove it. There's me when I was like a teenager. We built it from pictures. This is the car when I was at a car show in mid-70s. So I was in quite a few car shows around Florida. What happened was, of course, I was a young teenager with no money, right? Mowing yards to try to buy anything I could buy, right? With making money. And a guy came up to me at the car show and wanted my home phone number. So, of course, back then, you didn't think nothing of it. You just gave it to him. Oh, yeah, here's my phone number. Well, can I call you? Well, yeah, you can call me. So a few days later, this guy calls me, and he wants to come look at the car at my house. He says, is it for sale? At my parents' house. And I said, no, it's not for sale. So this guy comes. He's a fireman, and he's got $5,000 cash.
I thought you said it was $7,000.
Well, $7,000 cash. I think it was 5 or 7. I can't remember. I think it was 6. No, he had $7,000 cash. That's what it was. So all of a sudden, he whips out this stack of $100 bills, and I'm like, are you serious? That's the most money I've ever seen in my life. And he says, I want to buy your car. And I said, you just bought it. So he pays me the $7,000. He takes the car and he leaves. Now, my mom and dad are gone shopping, doing something. And they come home, and my dad's like, where's the 32 Ford? And I said, walk in the kitchen and look on the table. And I had taken the $7,000 cash and spread it out all over our kitchen table.
Yeah, you did the money spread.
And they walked in and saw it and said, holy shit. I don't think they'd ever seen that much money either. So that's what happened to the 32 Ford. And of course, it was gone. I recently found another 32 Ford all-steel coupe in Georgia and went and bought it, and we're gonna build the American Graffiti coupe once again. It's a bucket list thing, but that's my project for this year.
Fuck yeah.
And that's it.
And it's gonna look great.
Yeah, that's it. So, we'll see ya.
Beautiful story. Just in time for the holiday season, too.
So that's the lore breakdown of the 32 Ford and its importance to my father. Thus, its importance to me. I've always encouraged my dad to really try and find, you know, a way of working on a 32 Ford again, because I know how much it means to him. And he's just never really been able to find it. It's not exactly an easy thing to come across, especially like an authentic 32 Ford. And like, also, he doesn't have like a facility to build cars in or anything anymore. He'd have to do it like out of his garage. So it's just been really difficult. But he found just a unicorn with this 32 Ford, which I'm going to show you videos of. And he said, fuck it, we'll do it live. He pulled the trigger on it, got the 32, and contacted a friend of his named Joe, who does have a facility to work on cars. He has a place called Joe's Paint and Body. And he said, hey, listen here, brother, you can come work on the car here as long as I get to help as well. So the two spit on their hands, shook on it, and now he's got a place to work on the car. He's also got someone to help him, and I will also be pitching in when appropriate. I don't want to ruin the build or anything, but I know for my dad, him building the 32 Ford with his dad was really special to him. So I want to make sure that I can do the same for him on this 32.
All right, hey everybody, here I am at the world famous Joe's Paint and Body, Ocoee, Florida. This is Joe. Say hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
So here's the project that we're taking on, this 32 5-window coupe, and it's going to be a yellow American Graffiti 32 Ford. So the car is 100% real steel body. It's uncut, never been touched. Car's in fantastic shape. We're going to really do a number on this thing. So, all right, so we're just standing here, Joe and I, trying to decide how we're going to approach this project and what we've decided. Joe, why don't you tell them what you just told me about this car?
Well, somebody's cut the front frame horns off. They're supposed to be hanging out. So I say we find those and put it on, and we got to put the spread bar in it. And then we got a 4-deuce setup carburetor and intake's going to go on it. We are going to paint the car yellow. We're going to do a frame off on it. We're going to change the headers. So we're going to take off, it's got a Meladon racing oil pan that don't belong there. We're going to take that off and put a regular 327 pan. The motor is a 66 327, 275 horse, and originally was a 4-barrel motor with a Powerglide transmission is what it coded out as. They got a turbo 350 transmission in it with a 3-speed manual valve body. We're not so sure if we like that.
Joe's speech about the engine there felt like something out of the first Fast and Furious movie. I half expected him to talk about granny shifting, not double clutching like you should, nearly blew the welds off the intake. Like,
he is clearly a savant. They were going over all of the alterations they're going to make as well as what they're going to keep. The big thing is they don't want to chop on the body because it would be quite sinful to do that. The car's like 90 fucking years old, and that would be a bit of a waste. So basically, they've gone over a game plan on how they want to approach this build.
We've built a dozen cars together or more. So in the past, and so we're back together again, and we're going to build this one. This is going to be next year's project, and we'll get her done.
Yep, and we'll keep making these videos and sending them in and putting them in the can, and then we'll just show you the progress as we're going. Thanks.
Such an unbelievably wholesome sign-off from my dad right there. It almost seems like it was a hostage situation with the way he, like, ended the video. Just like a wide-eyed, 1,000-yard stare. Thanks. Like he was being held at gunpoint for it. I promise you I'm not forcing them to film or document it. It's my dad thought it would be fun to do that together with me and Joe because this is such a meaningful project to him. Plus, a lot of people always ask what my dad's up to because he lives a very interesting life. So I thought it'd be fun to also do this and film it with them so that way I could give you updates on it. I think it's a really fun project. I am always excited when my dad takes on something big like this. I haven't seen him build a car in probably close to 15 years now. He just hasn't had the time nor the facility to do it, so it's going to be really cool to see him dust the cobwebs off, shake it off, you know, lubricate the gears again, and get out there and make cars, which is something he's always loved to do. So I just wanted to share this with all of you. I thought maybe some of you would think it was cool, especially those of you that like seeing the updates to my dad's wacky adventures. And I'll give you a little bonus Easter egg here. I talk about this on stream, but my dad also got really big into building models. So he is huge into making miniatures now, so I'll just show you like some of the collection of things he's made. He makes pretty much all of them from scratch, literally eyeballing it, and it's so fucking cool.
Look.
Oh yeah. The dueling top fuel dragsters, eh?
Built from scratch.
Built from pictures, right?
Built from pictures, yeah.
No directions, that's for pussies. You build based on Google Images. Like a real man. It's getting close to a year since I told you all that my dad has embarked on his ultimate quest. That makes it sound like he's going to fight in some kind of climactic final battle for the fate of Middle-earth. What I mean is, my dad has had a bucket list item for a long time that he has wanted to do for as long as I've been alive, and even longer. He's wanted to build a 32 Ford, often considered the Holy Grail of old school hot rods, at least according to my dad and Joe. I don't know any better. I'm like a sponge just taking in all that information and just accepting it as true. If you asked me what the Holy Grail of hot rods would be, I'd say probably Lightning McQueen or some shit. If you could build Lightning McQueen and bring that to life or something, I'd say that's probably the most impressive feat that any car builder could ever accomplish. You all know me, I'm a goddamn Neanderthal when it comes to cars. All I know is if it's got 4 wheels, I can drive it. And if it's got an exhaust pipe, I could fuck it, but I won't. Point is, I'm not a huge car guy. That gene wasn't passed down to me. But I do have a big interest in watching my dad fulfill this dream. And I do think the car is badass. So, I have been doing my best to try and help him with that. And as I told you all about a year ago, he was able to locate one, we purchased it, and they began stripping it down to its bare bones in order to rebuild it better than ever to match his favorite car from his favorite movie, American Graffiti. So I wanted to give you like the almost year update here because I went over to the shop with my father to check in on all the progress and kind of just talk about it. I also want to mention it's not just solely my dad and Joe. Joe has a whole team there that is also helping with this project, and they're all doing an incredible job with it.
Well, good morning.
How's that?
That's good.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. We're doing pretty good with this thing. We got the motor dyno tuned at Rob at Central Florida Machine Speed. Him and Gene over there. Yeah.
4 2-barrel carburetors.
So what the fuck does that mean?
It means it's going to be haul ass is what it means.
Love that.
It's the exact same intake manifold that was on the American Graffiti movie car.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I found it in California, shipped it, bought it, shipped it here.
Yep, and we're switching it from automatic to a 4-speed. And so we've rounded up the flywheel, the right flywheel and clutch for it. And we got the new belt housing, because I had another belt housing, but I cleaned it and found a crack in it. We don't do that. And then the 4-speed's right here. It's an M21 close ratio, 1968.
My dad and Joe have built so many cars together over the course of about 35 years, but they've been on a bit of a hiatus, at least as a tag team duo here. It's like Simon and Garfunkel getting back together for them to tackle this project and build this 32 Ford together. It's a thing of beauty to behold. It's kind of like building those Gundams from the kits, but bigger scale. And, well, actually, it's nothing like that, actually. The only thing they have in common is that both get assembled here in very different ways. But the thing is, it's very interesting seeing this come together, because my dad sent me videos and pictures throughout this entire process, and it started with them completely stripping that car down in order to build it exactly how they wanted to, with all of the material and all the parts, as well as building new parts, ordering new parts, and just really compiling the masterpiece 32 Ford that they both really want to build. And it's super cool to see how far they are. Apparently they're about halfway done with it.
So as you kind of go along, you make what you need and improvise. You know,
A lot of improvise.
A lot of improvising. So we had to switch from a single pedal to a double. So we had to cut all this out and re-weld it all back in. And then Charlie and I had to put the firewall back here and had to recut the firewall for 2 pedals. So we got the clearance done on it.
So that firewall, Charlie, sits right here.
Yeah,
it's
right behind
it's
the motor.
the very front of the body right here.
I gotcha.
So this is what separates the motor from the body, that firewall.
So you put it in behind the pedals?
Right.
So it actually bolts on right here.
Slides in, yeah.
Right, like right here. It bolts on. It's your protection from if something blew up or something happened.
When they first started explaining the progress to me, it was like a completely different language. They did not dumb it down for an idiot like me, so that was jargon I was not picking up on. There was a couple of words I could recognize as being English, like they were words I'd heard a couple times before, like carburetor, or a couple other terms from Fast and Furious movies. Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should. Lucky you didn't blow the welds off the intake. But overall, once they realized that my eyes were glazing over because I didn't know what they were talking about, my dad then started really putting it into like the plainest terms for a simpleton like me. Like, Charlie, that big firewall piece goes right here and protects you in case of something blowing up. And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I know that. I know cars, obviously. I get it, for sure. Now, they understandably wanted to get a little work done while I was there filming. I was just a fly on the wall. But then disaster struck in the Forged in Fire Thunderdome.
We gotta loosen these carburetors to pull it off.
Oh yeah.
That's why, because we got those thick gaskets.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? We'll probably have to change them. You know it?
Yep.
Because I got no way to compress this gasket.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Improvising in a day.
So what we've got is we've got thick valve cover gaskets on here. So this threaded shaft is not long enough. It's bottoming out right on that edge. When I try to start it where that threads go into the block. So what we'll do is we'll cut this off and we'll drill and tap it, and then we'll put a longer bolt, screw it in there, and then we'll have the length of the threads where it'll fit to tighten down the valve cover. But that'll take a while to do that, so we're not going to do that today.
Basically, the gaskets were too thick, so they couldn't actually put the valve cover on securely. There was one that wouldn't fit to the engine block because the shaft wasn't long enough. If I only had a nickel for every time I heard that. And that wasn't exactly an easy thing to solve, so instead they decided to just, you know, save that for a rainy day and instead work on something else today.
Here we go, Joe. He just wants to make fun of me now because we got our old man chairs. See?
Don't go too making fun of us now.
See how that works? He gives a shit because I told him that we're getting old and we can't get up and down that good, lay on the ground and everything. And I said, when you get old, you're going to have the same fucking problem.
Hey, it'll be here before you know it.
I just turned 30. I'm starting to feel it.
So we have these roll around chairs where we can roll around this thing.
Yeah.
So but he makes fun of us. You know?
I don't make, I just said it's an interesting technique is all.
But you see why now?
Yeah, oh no, I see it. Oh, I see it.
Oh, yeah.
Joe, does he ever talk to you about the aliens?
No, we haven't had that subject.
Okay.
Well, what's going on with the alien?
No,
Oh,
he gives me shit. You know, you realize we're about one thread from frickin' touching that thing?
I know.
Huh?
I wasn't making fun of them for using chairs. I actually think it's really efficient since they have it propped up. Obviously, like, you don't want to just be crouching the whole time. Just roll around on some chairs. Like, I think that's super efficient. I don't know why my dad thinks I was making fun of him. Hey, that wasn't me. He's out there fighting a ghost with that. I giggled the first time I heard about his, like, rolling techniques because the way he portrayed it was comedic. You know, I wasn't laughing at the actual subject matter. I think it's a very good idea. And I was extremely curious if my dad ever talks to Joe about aliens, because my father fucking loves aliens. Anytime I go over to eat, that is one of the first subjects we talk about. It'll either be the food that built America, where he's giving me a lore update on Oreos or the history of Pop-Tarts, and then it's immediately into, yeah, so have you finally seen the light about the aliens building those pyramids? Do you get it now? And I'm always like, nah, Dad, I still don't think the aliens built the pyramids. So I was just wondering if you ever talked to Joe about it, that's all.
We have a Summit catalog. We can buy everything off of summit.com, summitracing.com. There's your plug, Summit Racing. We won't charge you for that, right?
Yeah, that's right. Next time it's going to cost you.
They recognized they were going to need some additional braided cords, so they turned to a catalog. And let me tell you, the way that they handled that catalog made it seem like they were looking at a Playboy magazine. I'm pretty sure they were both salivating at the car parts in there.
Let's talk about the body ready to go into paint.
All right.
So how long have we been body working on this thing?
Months.
But this car was really nice when we got it. The floors are in it. I mean, it was a really solid steel body, all steel. Just it had been drag raced in the 50s, but it hadn't been all cut up.
The car was a bunch of old paint on, a lot of old paint.
Last time this car was painted was 1950. 59.
They say it was painted 59. So we had the body sandblasted. That removes all the paint, all the old primers and stuff. And it had like 32s are known for having stress cracks in here for the body flexing. So we welded all those out.
So it wasn't just the frame and everything. They did a lot of body work as well to make it legitimately as perfect as a 32 Ford could ever be. So they spent a sizable chunk of time on the body too. And today they also picked out the yellow that it would all be painted, because the American Graffiti 32 is yellow. And that's actually a pretty big process too, finding the right shade of yellow, because there's so many different yellows. So they're getting that puppy painted. I think that'll be done in the next couple days. I'm not exactly sure when. But this right here is like the almost year mark of the work being done on the 32, and it's coming along really fast. So I imagine in another year it'll be fully done, and my dad's going to be doing fucking donuts in a Winn-Dixie parking lot in that puppy. He'll probably be drag racing that son of a bitch down some kind of deserted highway in Tampa somewhere just for fun. Maybe even racing for pink slips. But it was fun today going out there to see all the progress that's been made on it, and I'm really excited for them to finish the project, because I know it's something that they're both looking forward to, and I'm very much looking forward to as well. I'll take it for a spin. I, of course, probably won't do it justice. It'll probably be me, like, laying on the gas and then off the gas and, like, braking a lot, because I can't really drive stick shift anymore. My dad taught me a while ago, and I've completely forgotten, because it's not like riding a bike. If you're not driving stick, I think most people are just going to forget. Like, you don't retain that. At least I didn't. But anyway, there's one other thing I want to briefly mention here, because I know Joe really wanted to talk about his pink tape measurer. Apparently everyone in the car building world uses yellow tape measurers. That's the gold standard. That is what everybody uses except Joe. Joe uses a pink tape measurer because he said over the course of 30 plus years of building vehicles, he would notice oftentimes people would take his tape measurer. And he had a hunch that if he switched to a pink tape measurer, they might view it as not manly enough and not take it. And it's been about 20 years now, and it's not getting stolen, so I guess his hypothesis was correct, and it's not like it bothers Joe at all. On camera it looks more red, but in person it's like a vibrant pink.
Now tell us about, Joe, tell us about your pink tape measure.
Oh, pink tape measure. There's an interesting subject. Years ago, I had people, and my measuring tapes kept disappearing around here. One reason or another, people take them, steal them, lose them, whatever. So I bought a pink one. And I've had this thing 20 years. Nobody has stolen my pink measure tape. I'm cool with it.
So yeah, that is the update on the 32 Ford project. That's about it. See ya.